We got on stage, dog. Yeah, y'all ready for your next contestant? Start clapping your hands. He was the winner of the last contest, y'all. So start clapping your hands right now. He's trying to redeem his motherfucking crown and go 2 in a row, which no one has ever done at this contest. Give it up for one man, Bill Sporck!
Fucking Kanye, that is the song. My favorite part of that song is when the sample's like. What the fuck is they saying? Kanye West is crazy. Isn't it ironic, don't you think, that Kanye West samples everybody else's music and then says his music's better than everybody else's? Don't you think? Here's another Alanis Morissette quote we can use. Isn't it ironic, don't you think, that there's still racist white people that hate black people for the color of their skin, but as soon as summer comes around, they can't wait to fucking get a tan. They can't wait. That's not racism, that's jealousy. Why can't I be as black as black people? Why not? Crackers crack me up. And I realize I'm white too, but I don't fit in that category because I can't get a tan. I just burn. So I'm only racist against things that are fireproof. Every time I walk in the kitchen, I'm like, fuck you, oven mitt. Fuck you. I was at the bar the other day, and I was sitting down, and my friend was with me, and he saw this gay guy checking him out. He's like, dude, that's fucking weird. I'm like, that's not that weird. It's actually kind of a compliment because gay guys have they're higher standard than girls are. So I'm like, that's a compliment. Obviously, you're cute. But I'm like, and that's not that bad. It could be worse. What if it was a cannibal checking you out? Sure, the gay guy's like, ooh, I want you inside me. But the cannibal's saying the same thing. He's referring to his stomach. And, I mean, in that case scenario, you're going to end up in the cannibal's ass anyway, so you might as well go with the gay guy. At least you're going to get pleasure out of that. Cannibalism is crazy. How the fuck do you become a cannibal? Like, when you eat exotic foods, they always say, tastes like chicken. Well, if that's the case, then white people should run from black people immediately. They can eat white meat and crackers at the same damn time. At the same damn time. At the same damn time. I don't think black people could be cannibals, especially black guys. They don't even like eating pussy. So I've done some weird things in my life. I've had weird experiences. Like, I have set a blind man one time. He asked me what my relationship status was, and I'm like, I'm seeing somebody. What about you? He did not have the same answer. But the girl I was seeing, she had Down syndrome, and she wanted to take things slow. So we had to break up. And she played that nervous game that Dan was talking about with me too. She was like, nervous, nervous. And she was over 20 years old. We had to break up. Because I'm not really like a romantic guy or anything. Like, girls, I guess, like getting flowers. Am I right, ladies? You like getting flowers? Yeah. What's your favorite flower? Roses. Roses smell like woo, 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 woo. I don't know. My favorite flower is the one that comes in a bag that you cook with because you can eat that. And I think I just like a woman in the kitchen. So I'll give you roses, you give me flour, and you cook. But I think women like to get flowers because it has to do with losing their virginity. Because when a girl loses her virginity, they call that deflowering. So guys, if you're gonna deflower, you better be prepared to pre-flower. It's fucking one back every holiday. I don't like falling in love either, it scares me. Key word, falling. Nothing good ever comes from falling in love. Usually you end up with a bruise. Why can't they call it walking in love? Well, the handicapped people will feel like they'll never have a chance at it. But that's only fair because they get better parking spaces than us. You can't have everything. So I have a 2-year-old son, and Anybody have kids in here? Yeah. When you've been with somebody as long as I have, it's pretty standard that you have a kid because the only time they want to fuck you is to make babies. Like when we first got together, she's like, we're not doing this unless you have protection. You have protection, right? And now I'm like, I have protection. Can I use some protection, please? Please, can I use protection? I don't know, baby. I'm just trying to fuck. The only loophole out of not having a baby is if you get a vasectomy behind your back, and then you're like, all right, I'm ready to have this baby, let's do this. And then a month later, she's like, it didn't work. What do you mean it didn't work? I want to have this baby so bad. Let's do this right now. Let's go, let's go. Keep going, keep going. We're not stopping until we have this fucking baby. My life has changed so much after having my kid. I used to take girls' pants off like, ooh, are you wet? Now I'm taking my kids' pants off like, are you wet? He's a boy, so when you pull the diaper out of the penis, hits the air, it just shoots out everywhere like a geyser. You gotta get out of the way. I'm not into going in showers, but I have developed a tolerance for it. Seriously. I've learned some valuable lessons, like it's really easy to have kids when you have sex, but it's very hard to have sex when you have kids. I'll elaborate for you all that don't have kids. See, I put my kid to bed, I go in the bedroom with my girl, and not a second later I hear, Daddy. And that's when I learned it's good to break out the Vaseline during sex. Not for lubrication, you put on a doorknob so they can't fucking get in. But you know, he walked in the room and he's like, Dad. I'm like, what do you want, son? You know, I can't be like, thanks a lot, cock block, just bring him home. I'm like, what do you want? He's like, can you read me a bedtime story? I'm like, okay, what kind of story do you want? And he's like, oh, I want a happy ending. And I'm like, yeah, me too, but you keep trying to come in here every time we keep fucking. I can't wait till my kid grows up. I can't wait till he grows up and brings a girl home because then I can go to the room and just kick open the door like, what's going on? And he's like, Dad, what are you doing? It's called revenge. Now put your clothes on and go mow the fucking lawn. That's what you get to do when you're a parent. I can't wait to tell my kid to do chores. I hope my back talks to me like, why am I going to do chores? Maybe because you owe my penis 9 months rent. I don't know if you know this, but my penis and you used to be roommates at one time, but it was quickly evicted. It was almost homeless. I was lucky to have a helping hand. Vaginas are kind of like homes for penises. You know, if you find the right girl and you've been with her long enough, that vagina is your penis's home. You can stay as long as you want. You can come inside. You can do whatever you want in there. But if you're in the dating world, you gotta be on your best behavior because that's not your vagina. And if you make any messes in there, it's gonna be more like a timeshare. You're trying to figure out why you're paying so much money when you only get a weekend visit every so often. On top of that, there's some other guy there when you're not. My time's done, overly done. Thank you all so much.
Y'all ready for y'all next contestant? Clap your hands.